What's up, fellas?
Look at that. We got it. First try.
What do you mean? Kill it every time.
Nailed it again.
Every time. That's like 54 consecutive shows now. Just money.
Oh, I can't wait to change that intro and really screw you up.
No, it's fine. It'll be good.
I'm ready for a new in-car video on mine so that I can see that I've welded the rear end up if I still have to turn right the whole way down the track.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's the case. But I don't know. I'm not paying.
Now, the last few times I've seen you make passes, they were really, really nice.
Yeah.
Straight and level. And
unless I look down at the gauges, and then I just it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah.
That last good picture of you wheels up, I'd really like to have some in-car on that.
That'd been good. You know what happened? What had happened was
what had happened?
I forgot the SD card. I literally had the GoPro in car and turned around in the staging lanes and hit record, and it just said no SD card.
Oh, man. Hey, in your defense, you had a lot going on that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you were doing carb swaps and stuff. And
yeah. It's never a dull moment.
No.
All right. Well, I've got about 300 slides to work through, so I hope you guys are ready for tonight.
Slides.
330. I mean, what's the difference, honestly?
Start with number one. What could go wrong?
210, 220, whatever it takes.
Ka-chow.
Look at that pile.
Pickard Performance Coating project updates.
Yeah.
This isn't Pickard Performance Coating project update. This is a Pickard Racing.
Yeah.
This
is a different team.
This is totally different.
Pound Town Racing. Sorry.
This is Pound Town Racing.
This is Pound Town.
That's right. I should have trademarked that years ago, man. I had shirts made and everything.
I still have my shirt.
Yeah,
I never got one. I would invite it to the Pound.
You weren't around for the Pound Town days. You were like being an adult.
I was off adulting.
You were adulting. No, I had to do this with my cross member to get the steering shaft for the new rack and pinion deal to work. So it goes right where the motor mount is. So we just went underneath the motor mount and modified the motor mount. And after much talks with friends and basically today, Devin telling me our idea wasn't that good to do it this way is what I was told. So this is what happened. It worked out. It's fine. It'll be fine.
So I got to say, either I read the instructions wrong or the instructions with mine just said hack that cross member up and leave it.
I mean, you probably could, but
I didn't weld anything into my cross member. I just hacked a bunch of holes in it for the steering shaft to go through.
I was telling Fro, I was like, the welds even looked really good. I did not want to grind them down.
Really?
The only reason I ground the welds down is so the motor mount would set flush on the cross member.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But even the welds look good today. I don't know. So it was weird. But I'm happy. It's not done. I still have to add bracing to the motor mount, around the bolt hole. But and then I got to weld a tab for the stabilizer deal right there.
Yeah.
But that's no big deal. That's nothing.
Yeah. Looks money, dude.
Yeah, I'm
in love with it.
Hey, here's the thing. It works. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
So it's all that matters.
So the manual steering box conversion that you had done with the cool steering shaft and everything.
Yeah.
That was like level 1. This is like level 4.
Yeah, I kind of jumped a few steps.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm pumped. Originally, I'm like, man, this isn't going to work. I'm going to do too much modification. I'm just going to give this stuff back.
You got a welder and a grinder. It's going to work.
Yeah, turn out cut off wheel and a welder and a flap wheel. Well, we'll get that done. It didn't take me very long. I mean, I think I had an hour and a half in that whole deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's okay. I mean, I'm not a professional fabricator, as you can tell, but it works. It looks okay.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. I think it's.
Thank you.
I think
love
you're
it.
going to be. I
Thanks.
think you're going to be just fine.
Yeah. Hey, I'm getting better. You know what I mean? As the time goes, I'm getting better and better with every little project, I feel like.
It's a lot simpler than what I had come up with.
Yeah. Yours, I liked yours. I thought yours probably would have looked cooler, your idea.
Yeah.
But Devin kind of, I talked to him about it and he was like, why are you going to do that? I'm like, Devin, I'm here asking you because you're better at this stuff than me. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. Give me advice. So he gave me the advice. He's like, no, man. He goes, I wouldn't do that. I'm just worried about it not being strong enough. So we just did it this way, which is fine. I was prepared to do either way.
Yeah.
But this is how it turned out, and it is what it is. Done.
We are friends by committee. Like you just ask 7 or 8 friends and go with the one that was voted for the most.
Well,
Speaking of,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I had nothing to say. I was gonna say something smart. Good.
Speaking of, I got a little sneak peek. This is about how the lace. Well, this is how the lace is going to lay out on the car.
That is how the lace is going to be.
It works way too well to not do it this way.
And don't judge. That's just some self-etching primer just to see what the layout look like. But that's how it's going to be. There's going to be a lace pattern inside of those panels.
Yep. The whole car will be back to the Wimbledon white that it started out. And where these panels are at, where these lines are, this is going to be our guidelines so that we can get the lace laid out. I actually picked up some stuff today after trying to tape down lace yesterday to kind of play around and get an idea of how we're going to lay everything out when we lace it. I realized that tape is not going to be the greatest of ideas.
No.
Tape's going to suck. So I bought magnets with clips on them and some more magnets that are just magnets.
Okay.
I think that's going to do just a fine job of holding the lace down.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
There's really, after looking into it a little bit, there's really only 2 ways to do it. You're either using magnets or you spray the whole thing down with adhesive and basically stick it to the roof, lay down your paint, and then peel the lace back off. I didn't like the idea of adhesive.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
I'm certain.
I was just kind of picturing like 6 of us, 6 people holding it out while I spray it.
I think it'd be perfect. We'll do that. That plan works too. But no, tape is not going to work because it tries to pull the paper back.
Man, where's John's pictures for these update?
I'd have just masked the whole rest of the car and then laid the lace up there and like hung empty bottles and cans all the way around the lace with little wire ties.
That
would work too.
So when you said there's only 2 ways to do this,
my apologies. What
now
I meant was
now there's only 3.
What I meant was what I had meant to say was there's 2 general theories on how to do this.
2 ways in your head.
Yes.
Now there's 3.
That's why we're friends by committee, is so that we can figure out how to do this crap the right way.
There's not one.
Obviously.
The right way is if when we do it and we're done and it looks good, that was the right way. If it looks like crap, we did it the wrong way.
Yeah. Luckily, with paint, if you do it like crap, you just paint over that deal.
Yeah.
You've already done the hard work.
Oh, hey, it's almost done, man.
It's very close, and Bo has put in a ton of work on this.
I think I told you guys his froze car's gonna be straighter than the wagon for sure.
It's not gonna be as cool.
I don't know.
It's not gonna be as fast.
No, definitely not.
For sure,
better
not even close.
not even close.
And then we've already discussed it. John's is just a scuff and shoot, so it should be like
John's not a skipping.
No. Mine's meant AF.
It is. John's going to be a scuff and lots of high build and then shoot. You need about 4 gallons of high build. Your junk's going to gain a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Bo's on weight reduction. You're on weight addition.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that fun stuff. So I got the scale out and we were weighing stuff. So John was cool enough to stop on his way in one of his trips back and forth last weekend. Stop and pick me up a fiberglass VFN front bumper I found on Marketplace. So he met up with this fella, picked it up. I don't know if I've said it on the show or not. I hope I didn't because now I'll sound like an idiot. I thought the front bumper weighed like 70 pounds. 70, 75. I think I even said 80 once. I don't know. No, not at all. It weighs 44. Well, over 44 pounds. The new VFN bumper, what I say it was? 44. Yeah, 4 pounds. The bumper weighs 4 pounds.
Yeah.
So now with that being the theme, I'm gonna make I might order, we'll see, some aluminum bumper brackets. Those weigh less than a pound a piece, where the factory stuff weighs 4.5 pounds a piece or something like that. And like I said, we're moving the battery to the back. So that's 40 or 50 pounds over the battery weighs, knocking 30 pounds off the front, at least after all the bracketry, going to the rack and pinion over the gearbox and all the old stuff. That's going to be lighter. What are we at probably 100 pounds off the very front of the car?
Right around there. Probably a little bit more, but yeah, right around
Maybe
there.
a little bit more. And then whatever the big block adds right back. You know what I mean? So
if you're big block up faster than my big block, I'm gonna come over there with 100 pounds of wheel weights and stick them to the bottom of your frame.
Where I'm kind of, I haven't thought about it till just now. I'm kind of excited to get it on Devin's scales after the big block and everything's put back in to see what kind of, because I took pictures of the corner weights and everything last time. So we'll see how much difference it is now.
Man, my corner weights were jacked last time I had mine on his scale. I'd like to redo it because unbeknownst to me, because I didn't get under it and really do a lot of investigation, had a broken axle mount.
Yeah.
It was like plumb ass broke.
Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense for how your car was acting.
Yeah, it was like 2 corners were heavy and 2 corners were light, and it was weird. And I don't know what we talked ourselves into thinking it was okay that day, but it was horrible.
Well, you were driving every
it was every time I left, it would shoot left, and I would have to drive right. And the scale said, "Man, this thing's jacked up. I bet it drives right."
Yeah.
So
scales don't lie.
No, but I'd like to see that again.
Yeah, we'll make that happen.
Yeah,
sooner than later. Your car's going to be local in the next couple months, right? So
heck yeah, I bet in the next 2 weeks it's there for good. Just gotta find a place to stick it.
Yeah, man.
Within the next month, we're gonna have to do a live from John's house episode.
Oh, can't wait.
I know. John's gonna have a lift.
Garage.
John's gonna have a lift soon, so.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be a popular boy all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. A lift and a trailer. You can have a ton of friends.
You got a lift and a trailer. There you go.
I just need Wi-Fi in the garage.
Oh, who don't have that? Peasants.
Let's see here. What's coming up this week? Sick 66. Another one of Tom Bailey's drag and drive events. John was supposed to be a part of this, and real life happened.
I don't like talking about it.
He's not ready for that conversation.
I'm not ready to talk about it. I paid the money. The car's ready. My concho's just out there ready to bear it all.
Do a full spread.
Well,
so it looks like Thursday they're going to be at Ozark, Thursday and Friday. So Thursday's tech and testing. Friday is going to be racing. Mocan on Saturday. Tulsa Raceway Park Sunday. I really wish I would have left that. Where is Route 66?
Route 66 drive day.
Oh, okay. Route 66 drive.
October 15th, Amarillo Dragway. October 16th through 66 drive day. 17th and 18th.
Albuquerque and Alien City. That's a hell of a drag.
That's like that's a really good deal.
I should probably call Dusty and see if I can have my motor back, tomorrow.
Yeah.
The motor done yet?
The block is still sitting in Devin's shop. Anyway,
Hey,
man, I'm excited. We're going to go to at least a couple of days of this.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
If it was a transferable deal, you could just take old Mike Concho's motor and throw it in the boo there.
Yeah.
That would have gave you an idea where you're going.
Give Tushka
Tushka.
a road trip.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bo, did you decide which one of these you're going to?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to Mocan. And there's a pretty good chance going to Tulsa, too.
Hard not to go to Mocan and Tulsa for you guys. It's
Yeah.
like an hour to Mocan, an hour to Tulsa. Just go have fun.
Yeah.
Amarillo's a trek. And Ozark ain't that far.
Ozark's not that bad.
Tulsa, it's like an hour and a half instead of an hour.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the first three tracks, if you're from our area, you have no excuse for not going. Go out there and support those guys. See what kind of races you can see. Tom Bailey always puts together a good event.
I mean, it seems like it. I've never been to one.
I haven't either.
Everybody who talks about him talks well.
Yeah, I hear you.
I, however, will not, unless I find a way to break away from. I'm going to Gathering at the Rock in Bartlesville. Traditional hot rod show.
I
remember saying, yeah, your car will be done by October. Are you kidding me? Yeah, take your car.
Zero chance that's not going to happen. Yeah. They haven't.
No,
But that, I mean, that's part of the deal, man. Is this is stuff that pops up every time we start doing body work. And I mean, Bo was gonna fix some rust on his door.
Every time we start doing body work, remember the mouse.
3 months later. Hey man, we've talked about this on Fro's deal. I usually work on it 1 day a week.
Yeah.
For like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So like I was telling him, the amount of work that we've gotten done in the time we've spent on it it's a pretty gnarly chunk of work.
It really is.
When people say my car's in body shop jail, that's a real thing, man. Stuff just takes time sometimes. So,
but to be fair, if you had a whole week of uninterrupted, this is the whole thing I'm doing this week.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done it in 7 to 10 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we could.
Oh, I could have.
Well, because you're a negative guy.
Well, but
I think you're thinking we can't get it done with that attitude.
I think I'm being a realist about this. I think after like day 3, we would get tired of it. I think the way we've approached it is the way we need to approach it.
No, so that's the thing though, is you wouldn't even be here because it'd be at my shop.
And he would be done in
you'd be there. I'd be here during, working on it every day. Then we get done.
2 weeks, your car's out of there. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, 100%. If I could work on it 8 hours a day,
I'd bet on that 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, it would happen.
That only 1 time out of 10. This is like cold and flu season.
But I'm going to Gathering at the Rock, Bartlesville, Woolarock Museum. I've got a couple of friends that are going to be there, and I'm looking forward to seeing them.
They're not either one of us, are they?
Say what?
They're not either one of us, are they?
No.
Okay.
No, you're busy, and so is Bo. Bo's going to be at 666, and you're going to be moving. Last I checked. Let me check on that. Yep, you're still moving.
Got it. Man, he's getting there.
I mean, it is what it is. It's real life.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday was like 1,400 miles and 6 Buc-ee's sandwiches.
Wow.
Upstairs is completely empty. Basement, aside from a pool table and a set of bunk beds, is completely empty. Attached garage is completely empty. Detached garage is not so much.
As someone who lives near a Wally's,
Yeah,
and has been to Buc-ee's,
yeah,
which one's better?
Buc-ee's.
Like without a doubt.
No, there's no comparison.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, Buc-ee's is like the Dollar General of Wally's. Or Wally's is like the Dollar General of a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Yeah, it's
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's.
So this past weekend, I went to Sparks at the Ozarks. Sparks in the Ozarks. Sparks. I went to Sparks. Checked out everything they had down there. Really good show. I always enjoy going to this show. I know half the people down there. I took my kid with me. That can be a problem because this is like the last of those 90s mini truck shows. Like, it's still a little bit crazy. It's still a little bit and everybody's about my age, so it's kind of gross, but everything's still the same way it was back at the old camp and drags and mini truck shows back in the 90s, resolutions, things like that. I like mini trucks. I like the all of this culture is really cool. Now, that being said, there's certain parts of it I could live without. But all in all, I actually had a really good time at the show. Bo, did you go to any mini truck shows back when you were younger?
Dude, I was in a club. Of course I went to mini truck shows.
So do you remember how it was? How it was like kind of crazy, kind of random, kind of all over the place?
Yes.
That's what this show still is.
A lot of inappropriate. Yeah.
A lot of inappropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not taking any of my kids. Well, my older kids I would.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm taking my young one to this show. Because she's just now reading pretty good. She's going to ask me, why does his hat say, show me? And then I'm going to be like, stop right there.
There's a lot of those hats down there. You could buy one if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure.
But really good show down at River Ranch in Knoll.
It's really cool.
That and you summed it up last night when we were talking about this in the pre-show. What are you laughing at, John?
The lovely lady in the background.
I never check the background on pictures.
Next to her man on the rascal scooter.
Hey, I don't know that that's a lady. Is that a lady or is that a dude?
Man, it could go either way. I don't know.
Hold
I
on.
assume that's the dude on the rascal scooter.
You see the wheels on the Chevy? Those
No,
are
I'm
the same.
talking about
Those
the
are
wheels
the,
on the rascal scooter.
yeah, no, the wheels on the Chevy behind.
Those
Yeah, I
are
think
your
those are the
favorite
same
toys?
wheels. I think those are the same wheels I had on my Ranger in '99.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm checking the picture. Hold on. That is, in fact, a lady. Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Lady with a 5 head.
It's a good thing your audio sucks tonight, John.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh. Sorry. My wife worked from home today and put my microphone
There it is.
behind the computer screen, and I didn't even know it. How's that?
Loud and clear.
Loud
Okay.
and clear.
My bad. She had stuck that deal behind the computer screen. Yeah, I didn't say anything. This is a nice car.
What John meant was, this is a nice piece of shit. No, I like it because it's a full size. I think that's really cool.
I mean,
I like it because it's creative, and somebody took something that wasn't worth much and made it worth just as much.
You're not wrong.
I
Is that a
love it.
bagged golf cart behind it though? Because that's pretty.
I think
cool.
it is.
Not bad,
Yeah,
no.
that thing is low riding.
I'm pretty jelly about that.
Everybody jacks these golf carts up, gets them lift kits and things. I'm like, why not go the other way? Let's put these things on air ride. Let's get these things on the floor.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to step up into this golf cart.
Just want to roll in and roll out.
Yeah.
And I will say this: go check out Big Block's Garage if you want to see some more pictures. They had some really good pictures from down there. Matt and Steve, they were down there all weekend long. I can't do all weekend long. The party kicks off on Saturday night, and I can't hang anymore.
I think the party might kick off on Friday night.
The party
On
somewhat kicks off on Friday night, but everybody's not there yet.
On Sunday, I seen a whole herd of guys with mini trucks alongside I-44. And then I seen them again at Buc-ee's. And they looked like they had had quite the weekend. Like if I didn't know better, I would say they had Pedialyte for breakfast.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
Pedialyte and a little liquid IV and hopefully a biscuit because they needed to soak up
And that's perfect.
some weekend. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit professional.
You're a professional. Yeah.
You guys take note of this because this is a guy that I've seen walk naked across a campground to get back to his tent after a shower.
Air dry. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. That wasn't me.
No,
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was.
There was that one year bikes losing RPM.
Oh, easy.
Easy.
Where
What?
was that?
Do you remember the year that I
It's in the
woke
past
up-
now.
I woke up not in our campsite with my socks on?
Really?
Yeah. So I scurried back to the campsite and jumped in my tent. That was awkward.
I got a feeling if we ever have one of those shows, we'll talk about all of those little awkward moments.
Especially whenever Josh and Travis were sharing my tent and they're like, what? And I'm like, shut up. Just shut up.
Just shut up.
Where's my bag at?
You just sat on it,
Yeah.
which is always true.
This was like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. It was kind of cold. People were firing their bikes up to go on the rides. And that's what woke me up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that was the same year the lawnmower tractor pulls.
Oh, it was.
They were doing tractor pulls with lawnmowers.
Yep.
And we're into competition. So we were doing foot races.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy raced Travis? Is that who raced?
I was not here that year.
One of us raced the cop.
I don't think that was a race.
I think I remember Jimmy racing. I think Jimmy pushed Travis down real hard on the beginning of the race.
So that cop was scared when he had to race.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He knew how we played.
Travis is wearing flip flops. He came right out of those deals. Anyway,
I think it was the same cop that tried to convince me that the yard wasn't a legal driveway.
Man, we've had some awkward interactions with police officers.
Oh, he was fine with it. So I explained the situation.
No, you're not hearing me. 6-minute abs, okay?
Everybody's got the 7-minute. We're going for 6.
Oh, thank God that joke works every time. All right. The only other topic I had for tonight's show that I really wanted to get into, somebody recommended a part to us.
Let's buy this deal.
Small block Ford aluminum cylinder head. This is what started this rabbit hole that I went down. That's from Vivor.
Hey, people with small block Fords should probably be sticking to Temu.
People with small blocks in general. Thanks. I'm the only one. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
that's right.
This show is now brought to you by the Big Block Brothers. So,
Blocks for life.
John, are you using these control arms from Temu?
No.
Why?
Just no.
Because they're made out of tinfoil.
Because I'm smart. I is smart. I is kind. There's just almost no chance that I would trust those welds and that material.
This is your standard Fox body control arm kit. I mean, how bad could they possibly screw this up?
I don't know. I would have to put my hands on it.
Yeah, like if I stumble across these at a swap meet, there's a chance that I buy them and then have somebody that I trust grind the welds out and re-weld them. I've seen them welders them fellers use.
Kind of looks like one of these things. Just
What about the cylinder head? Are you using the cylinder head?
you know my answer.
I do. I'm gonna come back to you here in just a second.
I hope your answer wasn't yes,
Well,
because I've seen the amount of porosity that can be in a shit casting. Okay, there's a difference. Am I putting this on my 65 Fairlane that's going to cruise around to car shows and
yes,
pop the hood and I can see the aluminum head from China?
Well, see, I think.
Or am I going to put this on a small block Ford and then put a turbo on it and try to make 15 pounds boost.
I think that's where we're going to make it to at the end of this discussion is what level these are good for.
I think these are probably a good stock replacement.
These are good for car show guys.
Bo, are you running those control arms?
No. Like I said, man, I mean, I'd have to check them out, but probably not. Probably not on that deal.
What about
those are kind of those are important pieces.
Those are.
Plus, they're not adjustable.
Yeah,
Ooh,
they're
good
super
call.
not.
They need to be adjustable.
They're for show.
Faux show.
And I'm guessing the flow numbers on that cylinder head would lend themselves to be another item that's for show.
I bet you it's a stock flowing. It's just a little bit lighter, made out of aluminum. You know, I mean, obviously,
Yeah, it looks cool atop your 302.
Yeah. Much like the heads I ran on my small block, those were not for performance. The only reason I ended up getting those, and I'm not going to say a name, but they're China casting. We know they are.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've said it in the past, but you know,
go back and watch the shows to find out.
Anyway, they were gone. They were torn apart and gone through before they were put on my car. So they came in, buddy took them apart, went through them, did what needed to be done to them. I never had a single issue with them. They were great, honestly. Those weren't much more than these right here. I think those were $400 a head. Yeah. It was eight. Well, after everything, it was $1,000.
Okay.
After him taking them apart and checking them and checking the valve springs and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. But those were, it would have been almost that much to have some Vortec heads gone through. You know
That's true.
So,
that's true. And then you'd still have an iron head at the end of it.
And then still have an iron head. Yep.
Yeah. On the, man, I hope this reads the same way to everybody else that does to me. On the left is Temu carb. On the right is an actual Holly Brawler series carb.
A local warehouse, high performance 4-barrel, 9 sold, provided by some guy.
I would never run that carburetor.
Almost never.
And I'll say this, there are no shots of this carburetor from the top. This is the best picture I could come up with for this carburetor.
Only bottom shots for
I get it. John gave us a bottom shot before the show started.
He did.
You're not wrong. 650 CFM Brawler die-cast carburetor, mechanical secondary. So here's the deal. The Brawler, not bad.
Not bad. No.
Not at all. There's one in the garage. It's not this one.
I was going to say, this is definitely not that carb. That
this is but this isn't it. The one that's in the garage, though, is you ran it on your car for like a hot minute. It isn't bad. It's a decent carburetor. You could tune that carburetor. You could make it good-ish.
Yeah.
You could make it good adjacent. I don't know that you're going to get there with the Temu deal. I have watched the video of the guy that did get the Temu carburetor, where he does the tear apart and the try to make it work. I don't think I want to deal with all that.
Yeah.
Look rough.
He gets into the jetting and he gets into talking about that, and the jets are going to be labeled wrong. I don't know if they're the same thread pitch as the Hollies either.
If they're the same thread pitch, who cares? Pull them out and put in what you want.
I do not like that the sight glass on the bowl is mounted on the end of the bowl instead of the side of the bowl.
Really?
No, because you're not going to be able to see that back sight glass at all.
Oh. You're not going to be able to bend over near as far. I can get that.
I'm just saying, I would rather they be on the side they're easier to see.
Yeah.
But no, I looked intentionally for a 4160 series brawler because the Temu carburetor is going to fit the 4160 style. You're going to have the metering block on the
what?
4160?
4150?
No, 4160.
Hell, a 4160.
4160 has a metering block on the front two barrels and no metering block on the secondaries. So the bowl mounts directly to the body of the carburetor. Now, if you look, that brawler is a 4150 because it does show a metering block between the bowl and the body on both. Right. But I couldn't find a 4160 that was in a 650 CFM.
Probably because they're lame. Holly quit making them.
No, they actually make quite a few of them. The 4160 tends to be a vacuum secondary.
Oh,
lame. So it's
super lame. Super lame.
Moving on.
If you have vacuum secondaries, then go lay down.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't know.
Right here, you have the Temu version, the Jungle Store version, and the Holly version of an LS swap oil pan.
$88. It's hard not to try something for $88. Because let me tell you, being a guy that's truly oopsed more than $88 in a weekend before, if it's less than $100 and it looks like the real deal, you might as well go ahead and try it. Let's do this deal.
Yeah.
And if it comes in a little wonky, man, just lay that deal on a surface plate and get it flat. It's fine.
Yeah. I've done a lot of research on these oil pans as I was going to go LS in the wagon. Before I got my life right and went big block.
Yeah. We were all praying for you. And
it worked. It worked out.
It worked out.
And really, all the guys that hey, there's two of you.
Hold on. Where's my phone?
Everything I've read, these guys are all saying that the real, like this $88 one, you're probably gonna have to buy some bolts. You may have to drill out the bolt holes. They may not be drilled out all the way, but overall they work fine. And if you look at the Temu compared to the Holly one, they're very stinking close.
The Temu and the Holly are extremely close to one another. I think if I'd have dug a little bit deeper, I could have found the matching style on Amazon. To be honest with you, I kind of threw all this together really quick. So there are some flaws in my program. I'm not going to lie. But I don't like just looking at windage trays between the Holly and the Temu. Like those are identical. The pans are identical. The pickup, like it all looks like it very well may have come from the same place.
Yeah. Like I said, everything I've read from all the G-body guys that went LS, I never heard anybody say anything bad enough to keep you from buying the cheaper of the pans.
And that's kind of my feeling on it. I mean, and we'll get into when we get towards the end of this. I have some feelings on this. Let me pop this off here because I want to make sure of something real quick. Yes.
Pop it off.
LS turbo headers.
I mean,
these headers, like all of these, the two lower levels, the Temu and the I don't remember who the other off-brand is. I wish I did, but they're within $100 of each other. They both come with the turbo flange already on a V-band clamp. The headers from Holly, those are Those are just the headers. You're going to have to buy that piece if you want to use it.
The elbows.
Yeah, the elbows.
Yeah.
It is still going to be a V-band clamp, but it's like the elbow's just not there.
Yeah.
He was almost back. He's almost back.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I want his input on this as well. So
I don't know that I would. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at on this. Because it's the same thing. I've read a bunch of people that had really good luck with these much cheaper, especially the turbo headers, right?
Right.
I've read a lot where people have had great luck with them. But man, it's one of those things where I'm probably going with the Flowtech. If out of these choices, I'm probably going with the Flowtechs.
And again, let me pop this off here. Yes. Okay. Intake manifolds. Now you'll notice the Temu is actually not the cheapest one on here at this point. The Jungle Store version is the cheapest one on here. They look like identical castings.
Yeah.
Now you get over the Wind Track Warrior, that does not. That's a much smoother looking casting. I actually like it better.
Well, I recently acquired a Edelbrock Vic Jr. Intake for my big block, and it's the real deal Edelbrock. I mean, it's not. There's nothing special about the finish of it. Like, it's pretty rough. The casting's pretty rough.
I don't think on these. I don't think the outer casting is your huge selling point on this. I think how smooth the bore is going to be in those. Even
the bores on this one, they're not amazing, but I mean, they work fine. You know what I mean? for what I'm doing, I'm not going to go in there and clean that stuff out. No, my engine guy. I mean, whenever I take him everything, I don't know if he's going to mess with it or not. I mean, that's up to him. But on just an off-the-shelf intake to throw on your vehicle, I bet you these will be just fine. The cheaper ones, if you go in and clean them up yourself a little bit.
And I agree, and I'm sure that Wind is going to be a lot cleaner on the inside. Go ahead.
As long as they fit right. Yeah, I mean, you just got to make sure.
Good call. I didn't even think about that. The machining specs would probably be a little bit different for the cheaper intakes.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know. No, there we go.
Sorry, I tried to add him too. Go ahead.
I got him. All right.
Sorry. Technical difficulties.
Happens to the best of us.
I thought you were just going to try to record a double mint commercial in the middle of the show, but that's fine.
So, Doherty, what are you seeing when you see these intakes?
I don't know. I've had the Chinesium intake before.
And my Speedmaster was fine.
See, yours was.
Yeah.
Mine was subpar. It was not.
What was the issues with it?
I don't know. It was.
He's past that now.
It worked as it should.
It was not the greatest casting. It was not the greatest fit.
That's what I'm more worried about is the fit.
Yeah. I mean, we've all had a pair of Rustlers. They work fine. They're okay pants. You don't wear them on date night? Not so much, really. Come on. The Speedmaster worked as it should. It was like my Speedmaster was a the equivalent of a RPM air gap. And man, it looked like I don't know, it looked like a cheap knockoff of an RPM air gap. And every time I open the hood, I'm like, oh man, look at that. That's my main complaint. I don't know if you put the Speedmaster RPM air gap and a Edelbrock RPM air gap on the same setup on a dyno, you would see any difference. But man, it sure looked like a piece of crap. And
what's your feeling on headers?
I'm not sure because I haven't seen them in person. It's really hard to tell. I can see a whole lot less area and taper in the collector, the merge. So they all go from a pipe they all go from 4 to 1 really fast on the Temu. I assume the middle is
we'll call it Jungle
Web, and the right is obviously Flowtech. That's Edelbrock store. There's a lot longer merge on the end of the header with the 2 to the right. It's cool that you get the V bands and the adapter to get to a turbo. And
see, I hadn't even noticed those details.
To be honest, I'm not sure it matters because the power level that these headers and these setups are going to be making likely not noticeable. But I'm guessing those El Cheapo V bands are going to be stripped or locked up very quickly. Not sure if they all three come with gaskets. Not sure if they all come with the T3, T4.
The Flowtech does not come with the elbow.
Okay.
The other two do.
Yeah.
The one in the middle does show gaskets in the pictures.
I think putting a shitty T4 elbow with a header, really, maybe that's what's talking people into buying those deals.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It definitely doesn't hurt.
I've had cheap headers, and I've had not cheap headers. If you can afford to go that route, maybe not have cheap headers.
So looking through all of these and going through and kind of narrowing all of this down.
These are just ugly.
I think you're right. I think what it's going to come down to is what your power level is. I think if you have legitimate hopes of building a really fast car, the cheap parts are not going to be your way to go. I think you're right. I think a lot of these are a lot of show.
It kind of sucks because like we're all Engine Master fans in the Engine Master days, and they did like header BS. They've done oil pan BS. They did intake manifold BS, and none of that stuff was like the difference between a slow car and a fast car, right?
Right.
But cumulatively, if you buy enough fast car things, you end up with a mediocre car.
I don't think these parts are intended to be race car parts.
No, I don't think so either. Not at all. So you're really appealing to the wrong crowd. You need to show these to all them people you see, like all the old guys in in their button-up shirts at the car show.
They're Tommy Bahama.
Find guys in button-up shirts. Those guys are going to buy these parts. They're frugal.
I'm not going to spend $8,000 on a short block and then throw $148 intake on top of it.
Not likely. No.
You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. Now, will I go on Marketplace and find a used name brand intake?
More than likely.
And clean it all up and Cerakote it a cool color? Yeah. Ask me how I know. I've done it a couple times. I just did it the other day. So,
see, and this also brings into debate the. I mean, Speedmaster has run into some problems with knocking off parts and just knocking parts off. Like we have seen it. We've seen it happen where they didn't even take the old brand name off. Like it's. And it created a lot of controversy where a lot of people were talking about, like, is this right? So I think that plays into it as well. I think there's a certain amount of like morals in this. And apparently everyone else agrees with me.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, we were listening hard.
But I don't think those parts are going to be for anybody who's serious.
How many events have you went to and Speedmaster is like the title sponsor?
Good point.
Or even the sponsor that really only gives you an ink pen and some shitty glasses. Like zero.
None.
True.
I kind of right, wrong, or indifferent. I kind of look at the brands that support the hobby. Speedmaster supports China.
Well, it's part of it.
Yeah,
it's true. All right. Anything we need to throw in here before we get into Marketplace?
We're still doing that?
Marketplace? Yeah.
I'm so tired. Let's go.
It's a late show for us, folks.
Just kidding. Ooh, I like this one already, except for it's got the wrong hood.
67 Chevy C10, unfinished project, sold as is. Chevy C10. It has airbags in the wheels, fresh paint.
Is an airbag in the wheels really just a tube? Or like, it says in the wheels, not in the tires? Like, is the airbag in the tires and that's a tire tube? I'm all confused. Let's see the picture of this guy. It's laid out and super unfinished.
I don't hate it so far. Well, wait. Where's the rest of it?
Man, look at that cherry picker.
That's a monster.
That thing's made like Popeye ink. That thing has got an arm, dude.
Wonder how much that cherry picker weighs.
We ain't putting in the back of your Dodge in the middle of the night.
No,
sure.
no, we're not.
That thing is okay. He moved us on. He's obviously not into that combo.
Oh no, I'm totally into it. Like
what happened to the cab? Oh. That's messed up.
Oh man.
Come on. What was the next car?
You gotta give me a number on this.
Man. So like we basically had a bed we could sell to somebody like step sides and a hood like a front clip and then a frame. But judging by the top half, I'm not sure I could get anything out of the frame.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. This looks.
Let's go back to that cherry picker.
I don't know, man. Killer cherry picker, though.
How much are you in for that cherry picker? What are we thinking on the truck?
They probably could have sold it last weekend. If they would have been a no.
I don't know. This is one of them that the guy just needs to not get rid of because it's a passion project at this point.
Because I've been so on the money lately, I'm gonna go 9,900. No, 8,750. Yeah, it's gonna be like 23 or something.
I don't know. The guy don't have a teens of $1,000 car, but he thinks he does.
I don't know. I mean, this could go either way. It could either be cheap or silly expensive.
All right, 13.
13 even?
Because he obviously thinks that it's worth that.
He does obviously.
A lowrider bicycle on the top shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a banana seat. What are you guys noticing? The bubbles in the door and the fender below the body line?
Yeah.
Okay, that's rust.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did not.
But he's put a ton of work into it.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of work
into it. The asbestos in the insulation has gotten to his brain.
Yeah. All right, let's hear the price.
14.2.
Yeah, good job, John.
Yeah.
14.2.
All right. What would you give for it, Bo?
4,200.
Really?
Yeah, I'd give 42.
Man, you're thinking you can get a lot on the aftermarket out of them rusted out parts.
It's still a super desirable truck.
It is. And I mean, try not selling it in Knoll in October for $4,200.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been a ton of work done. So, man, I didn't see that picture before. Did I? Did you play that?
I don't think I pulled this one up.
Okay. Yeah, that steering wheel's junk, but 4,100 now.
4,100.
1963 Pontiac Catalina Safari. 9-passenger Pontiac 400 with turbo 400 transmission, new radiator, new alternator, new water pump, new timing cover. He could have just said new radiator, alternator, water pump, timing, kick, chain, and gear, electronic ignition, new front disc brakes, Ride Tech air suspension, 5-gallon tank, and 2 pumps. What's with you in the air ride right now, little brother? Detroit steel wheels, 20x9.
Just let me finish tonight. We'll be fine.
What?
Just let me finish tonight. We'll be fine.
Gosh dang. The only thing I like about this deal so far is the word Catalina and Detroit steel wheels.
It's a fun word to say.
It's a Catalina wine mixture. The wheels are Bo's favorite color right now.
Yeah.
I do like that.
They're nice. They're nice.
They're very nice.
Oh,
I like the whole car. 12.5. I don't know. Hey, let's have an episode where you just price big block stuff. I'm all over that.
yeah.
That's all I do. That's what I'm doing right now is pricing big block stuff.
Yeah, literally while we're recording.
Yeah.
He's responding to messages.
I am. A guy's trying to buy my forged crank out of the motor.
All right, give me a number. So we get
I haven't seen an underhood pick.
There is no underhood
see what's
pick.
in her skirt. Nothing?
These are the 4 picks.
Peak.
There were no
price
pictures
it off of that.
under the hood.
I guess 10.5 if there's no under the bonnet action.
Bo, you going with $1?
Oh, I said 12.5 long time ago.
Yeah.
All right.
He shot early, so I thought I was going to see him. How many?
17.5.
Oh, wow. Let's all right, wait a minute. Go back through the picks. Okay, hold on. This pick. What do you see in the background?
Field.
No, I see a 40 by 50 shop, a late model Chevy, a nice call Harlow trailer.
Oh, yeah.
What's the car parked on?
Concrete pad.
Nice cut lines, concrete pad. This is not an old concrete pad. We can see this is fairly new. If we go back through the pictures, go back one more. Right here. What do you see in the background here?
A house.
Man, that thing's got the split face rock veneer. It's got some really nice siding. Go back one more picture. We can see a better shot of this garage.
John's past coming back to get us.
Up. That right there. Boom. We're in front of a garage here. This guy takes pride in what he's doing. He's got a lot of nice things. Neither one of us looked at what was in the back before we shot a price out on this car.
It's true.
He's going to try to get way too much money out of this Catalina with no underhood picks.
Probably gave too much for it in the beginning.
He did. He thinks he's got something really cool. Got Detroit steel wheels.
All right. Final marketplace of the night, 2001 Ford Ranger Street Legal with title. Very nice build from the ground up. Power steering, AC, tilt wheel, 438W dart block, trick flow heads, crane roller rockers, comp star crank, and rods, diamond pistons. Fuel injection, Big Stuff 3 computer. Motor was built by Billy Briggs up in Michigan. 4L80 by Rossler. With trans brake, 5500 stall by Marty Chance with mechanical diode. And then there's a bunch of other stuff, 2x3 tube chassis, all that jazz. 529 gears. Wheel run 6 7s in the 8th, 10 7s in the quarter.
Dude, I dig this.
I knew you would.
If I ever build another mini truck, this is what it's going to be. Right here. Right here.
Interior shot, motor shot.
Now his cherry picker sucks compared to the last guy's.
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah. See that? It does have a Trump sticker on there though. Making pulling engines great again.
Yeah.
I don't like the grill, but that's the only thing I don't like.
No, I don't like the grill at all. But I don't care.
I wonder how bad it sounds riding with that Lexan rear window.
I don't think you care.
And they are swing out door bars.
Yeah.
Those are some funky door bars.
They are some funky door bars.
Why you gotta get so funky if you're gonna do a swing out? I guess you got to keep it high enough to be
an armrest
adjacent, somewhat legal.
Yeah. I didn't know they could be like that and still
be legal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be. Well, I guess he could have went higher in the back, I guess, and ran it down past the arm.
Man, that's tough.
That's a good looking truck. I want to Stick my big block in it.
Oh man!
I only laughed because I was thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Give me a number.
A lot.
I don't want to play this game anymore. This is a horrible game.
Yeah, this game sucks.
This will probably be the last episode of guessing prices.
This is stupid.
As fun as some people think it is not fun to record or watch.
I feel like the first time we did this, we were pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And now the past couple, we've sucked.
The pressure is too much.
Yeah.
So this is a truck that runs what, 670s, 1070s?
6.7s. Yes. 6.70s in the eighth, 1070s in the quarter.
Yeah, I still don't know. I think $22,000.
It's got a lot of it's got a lot of really good parts.
All you gotta do is 22,001 and you win.
Well, I was gonna say 32.
Oh wow. You're really
32?
shooting for the moon.
Yeah, 32.
I mean, Ford guys aren't very smart. They had probably somebody cheaper than 32. I'm just kidding.
I still might be a Ford guy.
Like closet.
Yeah.
Bo is the customer he's looking for. John is the customer he's going to get.
Yeah.
The car, that Ranger, is $27,500.
So we broke even.
Yeah, you pretty much split that one.
You're both 5 off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much split that one.
In all fairness, if I had the money to,
What's that as a roller?
I don't know that I would still spend $30,000 on or $27,000 on pretty much anything. It'd have to be a smoking deal for me to do that instead of put it in this turd.
Oh heavens, no. I'm just thinking to myself, hey self, is there a Ranger out there that's worth $30,000?
No.
There's not.
No. That one's
You don't
really
think-
close, man. That one's nice. It's got a lot of good stuff.
It's really not. I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I was in the 20s.
Yeah.
What?
20
I think that truck sells
at $30,000.
$27,500, but yes.
So he'll take 24.
I think you're right. I think somewhere in the 24.
You better take 17.5.
Once again, John's the customer he's going to get. Bo's the customer he's looking for.
Hey,
Bo sees it for what it is.
I really think COVID pricing is over.
Should be.
Like people still think they can get for things what they got for things when COVID was a thing.
Well,
Can you build that truck for $30,000?
I'm going to tell you right now, you can't.
You can't.
No.
You cannot build that truck for $30,000 anymore.
I will also tell you that I got a really, really, really awesome start on a big block, and it's still not cheap at all.
No.
Well, but you still have people out there who believe that there's such a thing as a cheap LS swap.
Hey, what's one of them Honda Civics cost?
I don't know. Every one of them I bought is crap, so I bought it cheap.
Can you hang out at your house and build one of them for $30,000?
Like a stock Honda Civic? Yes.
Oh, you just go rub
Well, I
two
don't
sticks
think
together
that
and have
guy-
a fire, and now you got a Honda Civic for $30,000.
Well, I don't think that guy went out and took an English wheel and rolled out some fenders for a Ford Ranger and then rolled out the door panels, if that's what you're saying.
No, but I mean, go buy every new part for a Honda Civic and have a showroom quality Honda Civic for $30,000. Hell no, you're gonna have $60,000, $70,000 in that piece of crap.
But That Ford Ranger stock is like a $3,000 truck, $4,000 truck.
Yeah.
That Honda is a $3,000 car, $4,000 car. Could I make that Honda as fast as that Ranger using the same amount of money? No. We've had this discussion before.
I don't know if
that's debatable.
That's super debatable.
How is it I was wrong before and I'm still wrong now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go ask your wife. Let me get her on the phone.
Oh.
And that's it,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Turns out you're still wrong.
Yeah. See ya.